Hey guys, welcome back. Here's our wheel account. We took $10,000 to see how we could grow it using the wheel strategy strictly. I've been messing around with different ways to do it. Lots of different ways to kind of do the wheel strategy. Can't remember the last recap we had. But yeah, this week's been good for us. This strategy, I mean, you can make more, make it faster, I guess, in a bull market. Or if you just pick, yeah, if the whole market's bullish, then puts lose value pretty much. So, and that's what you're doing here, selling puts. So theoretically, a bull market, you can make money faster. But yeah, this last week we've done well. I'd like to think it's not just because it's been a bull market, but it could be. Today, let's see, we're on Saturday, so. But this last week, yeah, 4%, which is pretty fast compared to what we've been doing. And then if you look at the month, these little drops like here, this is when you're selling a put, and then the stock price of that goes up and the put loses value, but nothing's realized until you close out of the position. So it has these fluctuations, but that really doesn't mean a whole lot. And if you're doing the wheel strategy, you know what I'm talking about. So it's kind of hard to look at this chart and say, oh yeah, this was that one option play that expired worthless, or that share price went down. It's like, it's not really, because you're holding through, you're waiting for time. So that's why you just got to look at more long graphs on these on the wheel. But yeah, we're up, I mean, 9%, 369, that's 3% a month. We'll see. Since I've adjusted it, I think it's been growing faster, the strategy. But let's go over the plays we did this last week. Basically, I'm getting a longer time on stuff, like a month or less. We've got this Corsair put. So what we did with this was I actually rolled it up, I believe. Yeah, so Corsair had a good run up. Yeah, let's see if we can see the history on here. That's it. No more history. Well, anyways, we had a put that we sold. Where is it? 35. No, we had a 30 strike put. We sold that for the same expiration date of 15th. It came up to about 80%, so we had 80% of the value of it. And I was like, I'm gonna close it, but instead of just closing it, I rolled it up. So then I closed the 30 put, bought it back for whatever, 10 bucks, 20 bucks. And then opened up a higher strike put for $35 and then received more credit. I can't remember the differences in credit, but basically this one's now almost up 80% too, because Corsair has been doing well. I'll show you guys Corsair. This is our Weeble account. Yeah, so right around here I rolled it up and we're looking good. So 35, still somewhat conservative, I guess, if you're bullish on it, and I am. It's got Corsair's kind of missing this consolidation range right now, but this is a little higher low. So this high on this one hopefully is higher than this one. And what we'll look for an upward trajectory. But this one, I mean, we'll see on Monday what Corsair is doing. If it looks like it's gonna sell off and kind of come back down, or if it continues to look like it's gonna stay above this level, I might even roll this up again on Monday, since this has already got most of its value. So we've got $195 in this one. What I would do is I'd go to the put that I sold right here, because it says -1, and then I'd buy it. So I'm buying the put because I've sold this one. I'm going to buy it back, and then I would sell this put. I'm not going to do it right now, market's closed, and I might not do it on Monday because this is a lot higher strike. It's only $5. Excuse me. We've got to be pretty, that's pretty aggressive. That's above where it's at right now even. But we'll see later in the week if it's, come up crazy, then maybe we'll roll it up. Otherwise, I could just close it out. Yeah, I could just close it out. But yeah, so I'd sell this one, or I'd buy this one back, and I'd sell this one. Look at that. So it's a lot of premium right now because it's out of the money for one. So it'd be the difference in these two option contracts. So it cost us $63 to buy this one back, and then if we sold this one, we'd receive $291. So subtract 63 from 291, you get 228. We'd receive another $228 of credit to do this play. However, this is pretty aggressive. At this point, I would probably just, again, close this put by buying it back. I'd go in here and I'd do one contract, buy to close, and then yeah, 63 is fine. So you'd subtract 63 from this credit, and that'd be your overall gain on this play, which is $195. Here's the 63 it cost to close it. So I'd probably just close it, but we'll see on Monday. Let's see, 15th is next Friday, so it's not a whole lot of time, but once you've gotten to 80%, to get that, squeeze that last 20%, and to wait a week for it, it's probably not worth it. It could be though. It really depends. Sometimes you'll get to 80% just in a couple days, even on a play that's a month out, and then it's no brainer to roll it or close it or do whatever. We got this solo put. Open this up just with a little extra money that we had, a little buying power. We'll see. See on this one. I think I have 2 of these actually. Solo's kind of, it's looking more viable. I mean, honestly, as an EV, like small scale, I don't know how long it'll last. I don't think it'll be a big car manufacturer by any means, but it's got its own little niche for, you know, small kind of city commuters and 3-wheel cars that people, you know, it's basically a smart car, but it's 3 wheels. So it's nice in the sense that registration, taxes, all this stuff, it's not qualified as a vehicle. It's actually a motorcycle. So, well, it's not exactly a motorcycle because you don't need your motorcycle license to drive it, but as far as taxes and that kind of thing, it's more beneficial, and registration I think too, since it's only got 3 wheels. But it looks like it's kind of on a downward trend a little bit on the daily. However, this is just kind of a tight consolidation. But we'll see. What's our strike on here? 6. So if it comes down to our strike, yeah, that'll be below kind of all the support for the most part. So hopefully it stays above that. We've got 2 of these, $48 in credit. Expires on Friday. So there's pretty high IV on this one. I've messed with solo some. And then we've got this Wish put. Wish has not been doing very well for us, as you can see. Actually crazy though, it's still up. I don't know, maybe there's just a big spread, but I'm just kind of surprised that there's a return on this, a positive return of 34%, because for this being so close to the money and it going down, that has momentum to go down, so sentiment would be that it's going to keep going down. I'm not sure on this one. I reckon that one's $20. So yeah, we're like right at the money. This one might be rolling over. Yep, we'll see as the week pans out. I think it's kind of hit this is a recent IPO, so I mean this is bullish, this green over the 9 moving average on the daily, and this might just be a little stair step up, little correction going up right here, or consolidation before it keeps running. So yeah, just wait on that one. And that's pretty good credit too. I mean, if you look at these, I think these had a month when we opened them. Let's see. They actually tried to close this one because I couldn't believe it. I was like, how do we get 34%? It seems like it's going to drop, so I might as well just close it. When did we open this though? December 29th. So yeah, that was not a month. That was 2 weeks, 1, 2, 3 weeks. So close to a month. Some of these they only have a month expiration. Some will have weeks. SPY has 3 times a week, but this is pretty good premium. I mean, this is part of the difference in my strategy. I'm picking a higher strike price on something that I'm more bullish on. Basically more aggressive strike prices, and then a little bit more time, and things that aren't so risky just in general. Wish, risky. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm too risky with Wish. The riskiest ones are these EVs right now. These ones are like, I feel like at any moment these could just. But that being said, I have kind of been proven wrong here because they've held up. You know, I was short on EVs like a month ago after they had a crazy run, and they did cool off a bit, but a lot of them have kind of found a support and kind of kept going up. So we'll see. This is XL. This one's actually pretty viable. If I'm looking for a long term or whatever, that's kind of why I got in this one. Because this one, they modify existing vehicles and make them hybrids. So it's more for like, just like the name says, fleet vehicles. So like commercial pickup trucks and stuff that companies have. You can bring it into fleet, and they basically make it a hybrid. So they add batteries, add electric motors, all that, which is a much easier transition into just like owning, like everyone buying new EVs, because people aren't going to spend $40,000 in new EVs. Most people in America probably won't. So to slowly transition and do something like this would probably makes sense. And I think they're I don't know if they're cash positive, but they're legitimate business, and it's not just on wishes and dreams. They actually are running, operating, and doing their thing. So these are higher highs, higher lows, I think. So it's all right. It just crossed over the 180, which isn't great, but I think it's kind of found a good support here. So our strike on this is 20. It is right here, and kind of aggressive. But if it's bullish, this put will lose value quick, and we'll roll it or sell it. Even though it came down 3%, I'm still confident with this one. And then of course we have these Rocket shares, which I should have sold a covered call on. Well, I guess it expired on Friday, but I think Rocket's getting to, yeah. You watched our long-term video. Rocket's been very consistently trading in this range for a month now, at least 2 months, 3 months, where it's just here, kind of this 19.5. 19 support, and then the resistance up here. Like, the resistance has kind of gotten lower from this one because it's 24, and then it's 22, and this one was 22. So it's kind of just really consolidating now, tightening up, and typically that's signs of a breakout. So I've been looking at this one a lot. Got on our long term, we've got five calls on it for March, and yeah. So basically, as you can see here on the daily, there was the support. This go around was a little bit lower, and this was that day the market kind of crashed from the protests. So I'm kind of giving that a break on that one. I kind of was hoping to find support here, but it's close enough, I think. I don't know, like it broke through, because now it's green 2 days in a row, so I think it's on its way up. So this play should be, or as far as, yeah, this play of holding the shares, I'm gonna sell another covered call on it. And I might do the 22 strike. We'll see what it's doing on Monday, because I just want more room for this thing to run. Yeah, see, that's where it's hard to know, because if I'm actually bullish on it and we're holding the shares, it's almost better to just hold the shares, not sell the covered call, because it's gonna be losing value, and wait until it gets to a top. So we'll see, though. I mean, I'm not really trying to hold shares in this account, so I'm fine if it gets exercise, so maybe I will just sell the 21 again. But if I wait a day and it keeps going up, that 21 will be a lot more valuable to sell a call on, so maybe I should wait. Yeah, we'll see on that one on Monday. BCLI, we're still holding this one, man, waiting for good news in this category. But yeah, look, we've taken a $300 loss on it, and hasn't affected the count at all. That was this little dip right here, and then selling puts, doing the wheel, looking good. And then this was, now we're doing a longer term stuff, and so you're going to see more kind of fluctuations like this little bit. These are all like short-term weeklies, and now we're rolling over, so I'm either rolling down on puts, rolling up on covered calls. Yeah, so it's going to be probably, the chart's going to be probably a little bit more bouncy maybe, but that's, again, when you're doing the wheel, it's not too good of a representation of what you're doing with Robinhood, at least. But this week's been good. Yeah, I'm stoked on this slow growing wheel account. And then one little bonus for you guys, if you watched our paper trading account on E-Trade, which I'm doing the wheel on with the paper money, which is fake, is a simulation account. You start with 100,000. You remember we were up to 102,000 from like a week, just under a week, and then I actually had to reset it because my margin buying power never came back, and that's what I needed to do it. For some reason it got to 11,000, and then it never came back. We had 102,000 live account value, 102,000 cash. Sorry, you guys can't even see that. My bad. Don't do that. So yeah, right here, live account value. So for some reason, yeah, on the other account, I had to reset it. So we basically got rid of our gains, which is annoying because I was trying to make a track record of how well it's doing. And so yeah, we just started over, but we are up about 2 grand on the week, and I resetted it because the margin buying was down at 11,000 and never came back. And it happened after that one day that I sold puts on the SPY, which is all we're doing on this account, and it got not, it didn't get exercised. I let it expire worthless. I didn't close it out. And I was like, okay, whatever. It's gonna take time for the funds to settle or whatever they have to do. And then 2 days, 3 days go by. I'm like, there's still margin buying power on it. It was still 11,000. So I'm like, what? And I asked E-Trade and they didn't have any answers for me. They just said reset it. I'm like, well, I didn't want to do that. So anyways, I reset it, and yeah, now we're back to where we were. So we made $591 on these SPY puts we sold on the first day, but then I immediately made an order to close them so they wouldn't expire worthless again, because that messes things up. But yeah, so if you see here, the last 3 days, here we go. So this, when the market was kind of coming down a little bit, we sold 13 SPY puts for 47 cents for 375. I think let's see, that was on the 7th, and they expired the next day on the 8th, and they expired worthless by that day. Yeah, I mean, sometime we're probably gonna get exercise and have to sell covered calls, but well, yeah, for sure. I mean, that will happen. The market's been bullish, but I'm kind of waiting during the day for a time when I think it's low, and then selling them on this day. Let me show you actually real quick. On this day, because I think that was a really red day, and I happened to just bottom ticket perfect. Let's see, so it was on the 7th, 12:30 on the 7th. We're looking on the 7th. Oh no, okay, it wasn't that day. So it was right here. But yeah, you can see it was on that red candle. 7th, 8th. Yep, so right here. We sold it right here. I think I was maybe leaving the desk also, and I was like, I'm gonna go, so I just want to open one up. But yeah, right about here, I saw it red, I saw it bouncing off VWAP. Like, all right, I'm gonna sell it here. Like, it sure could have tanked the rest of the day, but just in case it stayed above VWAP, which it did, then it would have been good. And so there's, even though it had this big sell-off here, you just hold on to it, no problem. Because this was maybe in the money, 377. No, 375. But it was probably, those puts were probably really valuable at that point. But then it came back up. We're good. And then for Monday, I am going to do a daily. I'm going to sell 13 puts on the SPY for that day, for Monday's expiration. Set up an order to close them. And I'll try and do it pretty early in the day, but try and do it when there's a lot of volatility and it's low, when there's sentiment for it going down, and see if we can do it and close it out all right. And then on Tuesday, I'll open one up for Wednesday's expiration, and then on Thursday, I'll open one up for Friday's expiration. And it seems like, so on the Monday one, we probably only make $500 or so if it expires worthless, but Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's closer to like $800 maybe. So I don't know. Our track record from last week, or when we first started doing it before I had to reset, it was over, I think it was maybe like $2,000 a week. So we'll see. I want to do this a couple weeks. We might be putting a lot of money into the market coming up here, and I'm just trying to test out different strategies that I might want to do with it. That's it for me, guys. Thanks so much for watching. This is our wheel account. Make sure to sub up, like up, comment down, make your money happy money, so stick around, and we will see you after the weekend on Monday. Peace out.